Good evening, everyone. This is your podcast host, Jess, and welcome to the new and not revamped or improved podcast that I'm now doing because I can, and it will be terrible. But point being, today we are here to ask important questions in video game history. As one of the fundamentals to the foundation of video games and how they are played, we have to look back at our history and really answer the finer questions that are still unanswered. And so today, I have asked a couple of professionals on their opinions of where are the balls that gate in Baldur's Gate 3. Now, this has been a very perplexing question for such a long period of time. And so I'm here with Dr. Professor Wolfie64, who has written many, many articles about the subject. Where are the balls and what is betwixt them? That was a really good article. Unfortunately, I did not get to see the other ones because on the school's website, I had to pay about $70 per article. So I was like, today I hope to get a little bit of that information out of you without having to pay the school fines.
Don't worry, you'll have to pay my fines.
Oh, goody. I love paying fines. That's one of my favorite things. But it is great seeing you, Dr. Professor Wolfie64.
It's good to see you too.
It has been quite a long time since then.
I know.
Yes. Back in the war.
Which war?
The war. The war of which things happened and people died.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a very, very scary war. And then we went to college. I studied liberal arts, and you're like, I'm going to get a master's. And I was like, well, I'm not. I'm going to work at Starbucks. But point being, so today, as much as I would love to talk about our life choices, we have to answer a really important question of where are the balls that gate? So in Baldur's Gate, we know where the gate is, right?
Yes.
Where is the gate?
On your computer.
Where on my computer?
Yes.
I don't know where that is.
In your save files. Somewhere.
Why would a gate be in my save files? It seems like a rather odd place to put gates. I think you would put it up by like a bridge or something, or like
That
over
works
like
too.
a body of water. But where's the gate? This is a very important question to find out where the balls are.
You were correct.
What do you mean I'm correct?
On the bridge.
What?
In the city.
Where in the city is it?
At the beginning of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there is a bridge where you go into Baldur's Gate. That is a very, very good point. I didn't even realize that. I completely forgot about that bridge. So we know where the gate is.
Yes.
Okay, that's a very important question to find out.
It is also on the map.
Oh. I can't read. Well, point being is a lot of, paleontologists have been trying to look for that bridge for quite a long time. And, well, it seems we've finally been able to actually find that bridge. I was like, was that in one of your articles of where the bridge was located?
Yes, it was on my 17th article.
I'm not paying for that. Oh, anyways, so it's like, yeah, I was like, oh, I'll have to check out the 17th article when I get another $170,000. What's that an equivalent of gold?
About 6.
Oh, that's actually not that bad. Oh, the economy in Baldur's Gate's not doing too bad. I was like, in Baldur's Gate, you can get a decent amount of gold. Like, say, like, you loot someone's corpse. It's like, sell that's at least 6 gold.
Oh, that's my favorite activity.
Yeah. Or if you sell the corpse is 1 gold. The stuff they have on them is probably around 2 to 3 gold. Their teeth, probably about another 2 gold.
Depends whose teeth they are.
Yeah, that's a big problem. It's like they decided to ban some fluoride in Baldur's Gate's water, so it's like a lot more people have teeth decay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big problem.
Yeah, it's been a big problem. It was like, well, the thing is, they don't have access to like toothbrushes that can really brush fast. It was like we have the luxury of having an electronic toothbrush. In Baldur's Gate, they have these things called toothbrushes, right?
What are those?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, so you take the toothbrush and then you brush along your teeth, and you have to brush it from side to side. But actually, that's not the best motion. You should do it in a circular motion, because side to side doesn't actually get all of the gunk off your teeth.
Who has time for that?
I know, right? These I was going to say the wizards who spend all their time being like, oh, I'm going to look quite fancy today. Oh, I study books. That's what they do.
I studied books.
Yeah. But you're not a wizard. You got your master's in balls that game. But with that being answered of where the gate was finally found, now we're trying to look at where the balls can possibly be. But the first thing that you have to look at is where's the. So it's the balls that gate. Oh, no, it'd be that, not the. That would be Baldur's the gate, not balls that gate.
Correct.
No, thank you for correcting me there.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. So, take that. Where is that?
In the sentence.
I don't follow.
Correct.
Can you explain it to me?
No.
Okay, dude, I asked you to come on here to help me explain stuff. You can't really do that to me. I know you're getting a hee hee ha ha hoot out of this, but you have to explain to me where that is.
Yes.
That's not helping me whatsoever.
Correct.
Dr. Professor Wolfie 64, can you please help cooperate on this? This is a really important question we have to answer.
I don't know how you want me to answer this.
I said, where is that? You said it's in the sentence. I don't understand. Or it's like, can you explain it to me in layman's terms?
Well, you could also find that in the city.
Where in the city would you find that?
That's an excellent question. Why don't you read one of my articles?
That's what you're here for.
You just want everything for free, don't you?
Man, the wizards in there. We should. The wizards in. We shouldn't have to pay for anything. No, maybe you should make your articles for free so the general public could read them.
I guess I could bring them down by $1 or $2.
Oh, that's a lot more affordable. $169,998 is quite affordable in this economy.
It really is.
Especially if it's about 6 gold.
Yes.
Yes. It'll only put some families into the starving category.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, point being, so that is in the city, right?
Yes.
Where in the city is it?
It's always moving around. I couldn't tell you the exact location.
Well, okay, so what exactly is that if it's moving around?
Great question. We researchers have been trying to answer that for centuries.
Is there any current running hypothesis on what it could possibly be?
Not from my articles.
Is there not any relative idea as to what it could be?
Probably. I'd have to consult my fellow doctor professors on that.
As like, have they talked about any of the literature surrounding that of what it could be? Have you heard nothing? Or is it just a wild conspiracy theory?
Every single time I ask, they give me a very receptive answers, and by that I mean they stare at me blankly for 2 to 3 seconds and then roll their eyes and walk away.
Well, it's rather rude.
Hmm.
No, I mean, in your field, it's like, I feel like there's an issue with information and the way it travels. I feel like it's kind of a very closed-off community.
Yes, indeed.
I think that's kind of one of the issues why we haven't really been able to find the balls that gate, is because I think there's a very close-knit group that knows a lot about it, and they don't want other people to find out about it because it become too popular.
Yes, correct.
Yes, because this is a location of which we would find, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously, if someone finds out about it, it'll become very popular.
Mm-hmm.
And then when something becomes so much more popular, we get tourists. Now, tourists generate revenue, but when you go to a place with tourists, it sucks, right? There's too many people, and everyone is squished together, right?
Yes.
But here's the thing. So, do you know if any of your other doctor professors happen to work in the tourism industry or have any strong opinions on tourism?
I believe 1 or 2 of them. I forgot their names. But yes.
Rather interesting. I see. Well, I think you should probably bring that up with them and be like, I have an idea. We're going to make a lot of money.
Indeed.
Yes. But with that being said, it can definitely open up the floor to find actually where the balls that gate are, because some of them know where it is.
Correct.
Do they know where that is?
Some of them, yes. Have they disclosed this information to me? No.
It should be a crime that they hold on to that information and don't reveal it to the public.
I know, especially since I'm reading so many articles on this.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, you know how the government can, like, just, what is it? You know, Baldur's Gate, the corrupt politicians and them all?
Yes.
How very corrupt they are. You give them gold and they'll do what you tell them to.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, say you have a piece of information, like, what is it? The deep gnomes that live in the trees. So there was an article about 50 years ago that was going to come out about that, but the government of Baldur's Gate redacted it. And it only came out recently that there was a study of someone who took a lot of fire wine and then saw into, like, the future where they could see a bunch of deep gnomes in the trees. So, yeah, I really feel like we should have known about that a lot sooner.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the issue is that there's not really an incentive to give out this information to find where that is. Because if we can't find that, how will we ever find the balls? And what lies betwixt them?
Correct.
Yeah. And so, with that being said, I think I would like to pose a different question to you. Why does that move? If that is always on the move, how is it always on the move?
That is an excellently posed question. Our current researchers are on that, but again, I have not necessarily heard too much about it.
You wrote an article on it.
Yes.
Yeah, but how does it move? You know it moves. How does it move?
Magic, magical forces, deep gnomes possibly.
I hate wizards.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Not just wizards, but wizards too. Those darn bloody wizards and their stupid books and magic and stuff.
I know, they're always interfering with my work.
Yeah, they do this thing called fireball and blasted dust in my eye. Excuse me. Those guys. Am I right?
Yes.
Sometimes they explode.
Oh no.
Yeah, like, there was an accident in your research lab a couple of years ago where a wizard was like, hi, and then they exploded.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and then you lost all that research on where the balls are.
I did. Yes, it was tragic.
Quite so.
Yes. I also lost my research facility, but I was mostly upset about losing my research.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that research on where the balls are.
I know. It was years of research. So sad.
Well, did you have any other copies or any other references to them?
No. It was just the one.
Oh, wonderful. But, with that being said, we're still at the question of where that is. And I don't know if we'll exactly get that answer out today. I think there'll have to be another question for another day. Now, I have a better question. So, that is kind of the harder one to find. But what about the balls? Where are the balls that gate?
In the gate.
What?
Yes.
How?
I wish I could tell you, but they're in the gate.
Where are the balls?
In the gate.
That doesn't explain where the balls are. Does the gate have balls, or are the balls inside the gate?
Inside the gate.
How?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
Correct. Again, magic. The wizards are stupid.
I don't think this is wizards. I think this is something else.
Could be.
Could be. I was like, I don't think that's right. I think that's inaccurate.
Then what do you think?
I think the balls are outside of the gate.
How?
Well, they sit there and you go flop, 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 and there are the balls. Yeah. That's where they are. You seem very perplexed and somewhat stupefied at my answer.
And which one of us is doing the research on this?
Me now.
No.
I'm writing articles right now on this. I'm right. I see the balls. I know where the balls are.
Oh.
Yes. You know what I think where that is?
What?
Inside the balls. You say they keep moving? Well, when you flop the balls, that is going around in the balls.
No, but that is in the city. Not in the gate.
Well, the gate's in the city.
It's the entrance to the city, so technically not in the city.
So that's not the real balls that gate. It's a lie.
Perhaps.
So if it has to be in the city, and the gate's outside the city, so really, we're not even looking for the real balls that gate. It was a figmatism. It was a lie. It was a marketing scam.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I think the gate is supposed to be in the city, and the gate that we have discussed is outside the city. Do you secretly know all the information of where the balls that gate are?
I plead the fifth.
Your silence is speaking volumes right now.
I need to email my researchers.
There's no such thing as email. We have birds and we have paper.
Don't worry about that.
Even then, it's like we don't really have paper. We have parchment.
Don't worry about that.
The point being is like, so really, you're not going to tell me anything about the real balls that gate here.
What real balls that gate?
Alright, I see how this is. And here we are with the scientific community cutting off information to the public. I demand that we should have free access to this information. It is quite important. Not only to that, but think about it. Imagine you're playing Baldur's Gate 3, and you're wondering where the balls that gate are. And very important for your character to go to that.
Yes.
Yes.
It's on the map.
No. I don't think it's on the map.
Why not?
Beep 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 beep. I have no idea what's beeping right now, but I think it's the lie detector that's going off right now. That was my lie detector going off. It's sensing lies right now. And I think you know where the balls that gate are, and they're not on the map.
You sure about that?
I am quite certain about that. I have explored the entirety of Baldur's Gate in my playthroughs. I found every little detail.
You sure about that?
Except the little kobold guy in the graveyard, because, well, I didn't dig him up, and then I was like, you know what, I'll find him later. I didn't find him later, I kind of forgot
So
about
you
him.
didn't find everything?
This is questions about you, not me.
No. I think we should definitely be questioning why you didn't go find that little kobold.
Because he's a wizard. And I hate wizards. I blew up Gale.
How dare?
It was really funny. And then I reloaded the save. And no one would have ever known. I blew him up. He's gone. Forever in that timeline. I created a separate timeline. For someone who says they hate wizards, you sure really like that wizard.
The one wizard.
The one wizard. I think this says a lot about what you've kind of been telling me. You've kind of been running me around in this little circus, like a ruse, trying to make me go on a long goose chase to find out where the balls that gate are, when you have expressed grievances against the wizard, but you have sympathies for the one that blows up.
Yes.
And you know, how do I know you really are Dr. Professor Wolfie 64?
Because yes.
Alright. Who was the president of Baldur's Gate?
Indeed.
Damn it. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was the stumper right there. Okay. Alright. I gotta think of another one. Okay. Alright, Professor Wolfie 64, that really is you.
It is.
Alright. What's a... What is the best salad that goes with a space hamster?
Correct.
was gonna say house salad.
Then are you really the real Jess?
I eat food.
Are you sure about that?
You know, I'm not really sure. What if we're all eating things that are fake and we're in a matrix? We're in the Baldur's Gate matrix right now. We only eat carrots and wine. I wouldn't say yes to that.
I didn't say anything.
You looked like you approved it. Yeah, you would only want to drink wine, would you? Well, this explains why we haven't been able to get any research. It's because they're spending all their money on wine. Maybe there aren't really even balls that gate. Maybe going back to the conspiracy theory ideas that the balls that gate, this very important phenomenon in Baldur's Gate, isn't real. And in fact, has been a cover-up for a large amount of unnecessary spending on wine.
No.
How much money have you spent on wine in the past couple of years? How much gold? How much gold went to wine?
About 6.
Well, that's about the price of an article. So, how many articles have been bought in the last couple of years?
Yes.
All right, I don't think we're really gonna get that information out of you today. You really don't want to break on what the balls that gate are, do you?
Maybe if you read my articles, you would know which questions to ask.
That's what you sound like. Bozo. Well, point being, maybe this is a scam. You have a high price of entry, 6 gold to read an article, and you have to keep reading more articles. So you have to keep spending and giving you more money.
No. And I'm not the one who sets the prices, my boss is.
Who's your boss?
Don't worry about that.
I don't know who I don't worry about that is.
Correct.
What's their name?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, the president. Oh, so this really is a government inside conspiracy theory, isn't it? The president's a Baldur's Gate is in on it. Okay. Alright. I see that there's a lot behind this. I feel like if I asked the wrong questions, I could disappear the other day or get thrown out a window.
What? No, of course not.
Alright. Okay. I got a really important question to ask you then.
Yes.
What is Tuesday?
No.
Damn it. Okay. Well, you've been prepared for this interview for a very long time, haven't you?
Correct.
We're still not anywhere to where the balls that gate are. Why have you been researching balls that gate?
Personal interest. Someone paid me to. You'll never know.
Doesn't the public deserve a right to know where the balls that gate are?
They do, but they don't need to know why I'm researching it.
I feel like the why is a very important question to where people put their money.
No.
Okay. All right, I see how this is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you see that we are incurring a real-life conspiracy theory, which I think is less of a theory now and less of a hypothesis. Less of a hypothesis and more of a reality. This is the Baldur's Gate that they don't want to show you. It's covered behind closed doors. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in the background that you can't really see and have to investigate. Like, are there tadpoles in our water? That's a very important question.
Yeah, definitely don't go looking in the upper city.
Yeah. I was like, stuff like that. It was like, what else? What else is happening? Are there people putting bombs in toys next? Like, what's next that's happening in Baldur's Gate? There's people stealing hordes of money at banks for no particular reason. No, what are you looking at me like that for? You're rather silent after I'm starting to say all of these. There's some crazy guy who convinced someone to become the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Oh, it's like,
Who could have done that? Definitely wasn't me.
I'm wondering about that. Or there's weird people who are conspiring to take over the world or something.
No, not that I know of.
There's these weird green people walking around.
Green people.
Yeah, green people. They have funny looking ears, and they're like, or like Ishtak or something like that. They go like that.
Oh yeah, them.
Yeah, they have funny looking suits. Are they real?
Possibly.
All right. Nothing? Absolutely nothing. You have nothing to say to any of that.
They could possibly be real. But when was the last time you encountered one?
Seen photos.
And?
Very blurry photos. And they say a lot.
Yeah.
They also say, I think you're a liar and a fraud, and you're working with the government.
Who, me?
Yes. Who else am I talking to?
The ghost in your walls.
I killed that ghost last week.
Oh.
They're in the vacuum cleaner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to Frank?
Well, Frank didn't pay rent.
No, fair enough.
No, I was like, well, I was trying to charge things. Oh, it's also an entire place filled with ghosts in Baldur's Gate, and then whenever it goes into. That's also another theory going on right now. There's also random murders happening everywhere.
Oh no, not random murders.
Yeah, I don't think you'd have anything to say about it. You know, especially with all this quietness. I feel like all of this is actually interconnected to something. To some kind of conspiracy group, maybe.
Nope, not that I know of.
I feel like you're lying to me.
No, not that I'm aware of.
No, I invited this onto the podcast. I invited you onto the podcast because I've known you from the war, and you've always been a very honest person. I'm feeling a lot of hesitancy and rather worry about things that you could possibly say.
What? Me? No, you, like you said, you know me.
When's my birthday?
Correct.
Okay. Alright, I have a couple of other things. Alright, in Baldur's Gate, what's my favorite snack food?
Indeed, yes.
That's the
Very
precedent.
correct.
That's the precedent and my birthday. That's not snack food.
You sure about that?
I'm quite certain that's not something I can eat. Oh wow, there it is right there. But I haven't eaten this previously.
Oh.
The real professor, Dr. Wolfie64, would have known.
See, here's the thing. You like meals, not snacks.
I'm a fan of both.
But you prefer meals.
Actually, I have a better question. So, messing up the snack food is a very, very big red flag right here. So I have one more question to prove whether you are actually who you say you are. And here it comes. Balls. That's not the actual question. But point being, in Baldur's Gate, there are people. Who is my favorite person in the city of Baldur's Gate?
Yes.
No.
Lies.
It was actually Rumpelstiltskin. I don't think you're the real Wolfie64. I think I'm about to get murdered. Are you a changeling?
No.
That's exactly what a changeling would say. I think we're never really going to find the balls that gate. Or are the balls that gate even real? They're trying to take time away from the important things like balls that gate, when we could be asking, who is the government working for?
Don't you worry your pretty little head about that.
And that is the end of the first episode of Dimwitted at Dusk. Unfortunately, Professor Wolfie64 wasn't actually a real person and is, in fact, a member of the shadow government. And so, well, we're on currently a hunt for the real Professor Professor Wolfie64. And I hope a lot of things are good over in Baldur's Gate. It's like really, really good place. Really love the food. People are pretty cool. And I hope things are going pretty well up in there, you know? But anyways, I hate the government.